wanted to talk with you today about our magnetic enclosures. I have sold over 200 bags, purses, totes, and everything, and I use a lot of these enclosures. In my early years, a few of my bags came back because the enclosure didn't hold up. It kind of tore the fabric behind it, and so I really turned to my favorite, the YouTube, and there was a lot of really good videos on how to secure these more properly. But then I've added a few things on my own to make them even more secure and actually very comfortable for the bag. And you'll see about that in a second. But I just wanted to show you how I do mine. So typically this would be maybe the liner, something lightweight. Let's pretend like we're just working on the liner. And you really want to beef up the back so that you have a really secure, thicker piece of fabric to go through. So what I do is I always start with a piece of, interfacing. I do anyway. I don't think I touch a piece of fabric without interfacing it. And what I do is I take a piece of heavy interfacing, just a little bit bigger than my enclosure, and I iron that in place where I'm going to need it according to manufacturer's directions. Then I take a piece of batting or a small piece of foam, or if you don't have batting or a small piece of foam, maybe take a couple pieces of fabric and maybe fold it over, like here's another piece like that. You can just take it and maybe fold it over like this. Today we're going to use the batting, so I set it there. Then I take another piece of interfacing, lay it on top of that, and basically this one's just going to be holding this piece in place for me. But the more the merrier. It really leaves a really nice place in your bag for your enclosure to feel very soft and cushiony and very secure. And then I proceed from there. This is what they give me to put my enclosures on, probably to keep the fabric and this in better place. But okay, anyway, I just set that here. Let me put a little mark where I put it. Then I take my seam ripper and I just set this on here like this, and with a very controlled, gentle, go upwards though with it, just very controlled so you don't rip through the whole top of it. I go through the batting, the interfacing, and the lining fabric. Okay. Take my male or female end, poke this through. Like that. Well, that feels really nice. I really hope you try this. You'll really never go back. Then I take their piece that they give you to go over this. And this is what I like to use. I just take an ordinary butter knife and I set it down against one side. We're going to work on this one first. So I set it against this side, and I use this side as leverage to push this down, so I'm not having to use my sheer muscles. And then I take it and I use this on this side. It really lays it down much flatter than I could do it. And then I use this the rest of the way to open it up. This makes it so nice, and you just really know that it's not going to tear through, and you're not going to be sewing through, this anyway, so it just has a really good feel to it. Now, another thing about why I open it up, I have done it both ways, where I have opened these like it is now, and I've also had it to where I folded them in the middle. I don't like that. I don't like the feel of it. I can feel it through the bag, that big lump. I just don't like it. I have never had an application that I was doing where I had to have this close, because I have never sewn that close to this. So anyway, it's just a personal preference thing, but I really, really hope you'll try this with the extra layers. It really, really does a good job of fastening your magnetic enclosure. And anyway, just let me know what you think. This is Lynn with Vicki Lee Bags. Make it a great day.